through the map picks, bans, and civs. Civ bans, if you're fine with that.
Alright, yeah, sure, no problem.
So, Saladin, first civ pick Island, so this is going to confirm that it is the Viper, probably. Then Coating Can, Ravines, not sure the pronunciation. El Dorado ban for Saladin. Doesn't want to risk playing against Incas by looks of things, or has them planned out for a different map. Gold Rush ban by Coating Can. Bay and Hideout, the other two home maps of Saladin. Did I say the Viper banned El Dorado? Well, we don't know for sure if it's the Viper.
Right.
But probably. And Coating Can's home maps Cup and Hide Tide. So he's going for two hybrid maps, which is not necessarily what Leary would probably do, neither Hera. But I still think it's Leary. Vietnamese banned by Saladin, and Britain's banned by Coating Can. So, wanna go into game number 1?
Sure, I'm already in.
Okay. Last thing I wanted to ask before, are my voice levels okay, or is it sometimes going really loud if I'm going louder?
I think it should be fine. Can somebody tell me in the chat, please, if levels are okay?
Just how it's in your ears. It only has to be fine in your ears, and then it's going to be fine in your stream as well.
Yeah, it should be fine. It's fine here.
Okay, perfect. So, everyone, these are the grand finals of the Hidden Cup 3, the largest Age of Empires 2 tournament in the last 20 years. We have two of the best players in the world fighting it out, going through all the previous stages from the round of 16 players of this tournament, and those two progressed farther than anyone else. They already secured themselves quite a large share of the prize pool. I think something like 6K at least, probably more, each of them. So something like 8K or even more. And the prize pool is $50,000 US. Meanwhile, even more. So it's only growing until the tournament ended. So there's more on the line for each of those players than what has ever been on the line for both of those players before. So if you wouldn't get hyped about that, then not sure about what. So first map of the series. We are on Arabia, the bread and butter of Age of Empires 2, and we have two different civ picks by both players. Coating Can in the northeast is playing with the Mayans. My personal guess is that he is Leary. He could also be Hera. Styles of both players are rather similar. Leary a little bit more aggressive. Leary's micro also a little bit more, how do you call it, exceptional. But Hera also exceptional micro himself, but still the Viper says Leary has the best micro in the game. And I also happened to have played a game against Leary already, so it's quite ridiculous what he manages to do. In the south we have Saladin playing in the green color, and my personal guess is he is the Viper. He's playing as the Chinese, and Scout Scuffle happening in the north already. And as Saladin is warming up his map. I'm at 4:15 now. Which are you?
Alright. 3:15.
Oh, yeah. Do I go normal speed or slow?
So I'm going up to 5 minutes and I'm going to pause there. Let me know when you're there.
I'm at 45 now. 4:50 now. So we see 2 villagers on wood by Saladin, 4 on wood by Coating Can. So that can indicate a rush by the Mayans. By Chinese it's quite unlikely, especially considering the fact that Saladin is walling up already. So none of those players wants to take a risk here to lose this, since there is so much on the line. We can also see as a pattern that both players scouted their map entirely before they went out to laming, so they are taking this more serious than they've probably ever taken an Age of Empires game before. Villager moving out for Coating Can to build a house. That's probably going to be a barracks after that. Oh, quick wall attempt
time
by...
are you at right now?
I'm at 610. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell.
Alright. Yeah.
And the scout even went down for Coaching Khan. So this is a dream start for Saladin. I keep saying Paladin. He went for those beautiful gate wall attempts. Managed to get some damage done, and Coaching Khan just didn't manage to escape with his scout. This is so massive already. So if he doesn't have a scout, who is going to attempt to block villagers in case his Drush is going to find anything to do damage when the villagers are walking back to the town center? We see a second lumber camp even by Saladin. He's going for the front wood line second. I would have preferred to see front wood line first, so you deplete as much wood as possible and you save as much wood off the back wood as possible. But still, it's quite a small thing which rarely comes into play, so it's probably not going to impair the performance of Saladin.
Yes, indeed. So what do you expect for these civilizations? I am already seeing Saladin going for the full walls. He's gonna be going up to the fuel age as well.
Yeah, he's... Ooh. Did you see what he just did with that scout? Incredible move there, built a gate, but how did it happen that this gate went down there?
Man, hold on. I'm gonna need to change the server here because you, I hear you a little bit cut. That should be fine, I think.
Hopefully. So I said, how did that happen that the gate went down? That was a ridiculous move by Coaching Khan there, almost taking out the scout with his villager before the Chinese player is in the feudal age. Now he's moving forward with his militia. Does he know where exactly to strike? Yeah, he saw the town center, walking a little bit more to the left. And look at Saladin, how safe he's playing. It's almost 10 minutes in the game, and he's almost full walled already. Just a wolf there at the left. He has to hurry up though, the Drush is going to come in, but the scout has vision, and he's now sending that villager around. House being left on 114 HP. Now, two villagers of Coaching Khan, so he's a little bit undecisive. They moved to that position where that archery range would make most sense, but he sent them back to berries, went for horse collar instead, seeing those full walls, walling himself up completely himself, considering how much is on the line there. He does not want to take a risk to get surprised by scouts.
What time are you at right now?
I'm at 11:25 now.
Alright,
Saladin just getting that wall of done nice and in time. Militia poking and prodding, trying to get through. And look at Saladin. He's opening up with an archery range. He's going for... Is that straight archers? Straight archers against Mayans. Not the thing you'd expect, but something that can be really good against a Meso civilization. Especially considering that they love to open with militia. But well, it would have worked out. It works out well if the Meso civilization is going for eagles. Now let's see what those militia are going to notice. Look how safe Saladin is trying to play this. Militia are walking by, and he sees the archer. He knows what the opening is going to be. It was only in the line of sight of that militia for a very short moment. Saladin immediately pulling them back. Huge mistake by him, showing that his opening is archers, that he is not playing scouts. So let's see how the main player is going to approach this. He already switched on stone, so he went with 8 farms, built a mining camp. Wants to play plumed archers from here. Not sure about the decision to have 4 on gold. Probably for the early archer play. Did you notice when he sent them to gold?
He sent them recently, and I don't see any archer ranges coming up. He's going for a market instead. I'm really sure about this play. Eco management does not seem to be the best. He's eventually going to be able to play cap as well, but what is he going to go into? Right now, he's not going into anything, and it doesn't seem like he's going to go into anything, as he's going to be getting the blacksmith up as well.
Well,
It's going to be castle.
he wanted to play archers, as he sent those 2 villagers earlier next to his house at that straggler tree in front of his berries. But then, as he saw that Saladin is fully walled, he dragged them back to the berries that was in the early feudal age. So probably he must have had those villagers on gold already, now going for a market eco adjustment instead. Ooh, the economy of Saladin is looking not all that attractive, to be honest. He's only on 7 farms for some reason, 8 gold miners right now. But he moved out with his archers. And now, Kotian Khan in a world of trouble. He has to throw down defensive towers now. He cannot go for the play he wished to pull off here, to get straight safely into plumed archers. Well, he saw the archery range, but he decides to defend with stone buildings, with stone walls and towers. Throwing up a couple palisades there at his stone as well, with a house wall. So how do you like that? Instead of a defensive archery range as soon as he saw that first archer for a couple skirms.
Well, it seems kind of greedy. We don't know who these players are, but they are certainly two of the best players.
Green going to find himself a villager kill there.
Good wall.
Beautiful quick walls indeed. Oh, he gets a villager kill. That is massive. And he's breaking through that house. What is he going to do after that? He's just pulling back. He's not taking the risk. He could have found so much damage by going in there, but he wants to play this as safe as possible. Maybe expecting more towers to having been thrown down in the back of blue space already. Now harassing those farmers as well. But surprise! Blue has news for you. He is in the castle age in a matter of seconds.
He's going to have enough stone to go for a castle himself as well in the next probably 3 to 4 minutes. Right now he's going to go for a defensive siege workshop instead. And yeah, he was kind of going greedy for this. Now he's going to wait until he can get the castle instead of going for other sorts of defenses besides siege only. And that is so bad! Take a look forward over there. He deleted the palisade to bring the villagers forward.
Archers, yeah!
All the archers are in now.
Well, he's not losing a villager, so luckily for him it's only 3 archers. Scorpion coming out now, and he's deciding to play this one quite greedy. Instant horse, instant, what's the second farm upgrade? Heavy plow, instant bow saw, now throwing down a town center at this backwood line, even deleting that freshly built lumber camp. But still it makes sense, he really wants this wood economy quite soon. But I still think it's looking better at the moment for blue. Let's see how green is going to continue from there. So he went to Castle Age with only 13 farmers. Took all the deer though. Well, except one, which were quite close to his mill. And now he has added a stable as well. Not sure if he has upgrades though. Let's see.
Well, right now he's on 17 archers, and he's going to be scattering those around. As soon as he gets Plotkin Arrow and Crossman upgrade, he's going to be pushing villagers away from woodlines. He's going to be pushing villagers away from resources.
Oh, Green is positioning his archers in the range of the town center there in the north. So luckily he didn't lose an archer there. And well, this Scorpion doing a hell of a good job to repel those couple crossbows and archers. From wreaking more havoc over his economy. So score-wise, it's looking better for Saladin, but look who's pulling ahead. The guy who played more greedy, the guy who didn't make any army in feudal age. Kotian Khan, 4 villagers advantage for him.
He's going to get the castle up soon now, as he's going to have about 11 stone less than required, but he's going to get enough to get it up. And where is he going to place it though? It seems like he's going to try and get it in front of gold.
Yeah, that will definitely be the preferred location. He's also sending a bunch of villagers to that straggler tree to make them do something temporarily. He should pull back that low HP though. Well, it's not going to matter too much against one crossbow. Now the Scorpion is trying to deal with it, but look at that, Saladin just being super annoying with this crossbow, microing it back and forth, dodging every single shot of that Scorpion, and this is just too much work to find a villager kill with it. Yeah, he's eventually giving up with it, on it. But look at that, sneaky raid on top of the second town center of blue, so seems like he even found himself a villager kill or something, since he's catching up in villager count. Well, he has one more town center now than blue, so only one villager discrepancy for those two players. Right, now trying to pile on the pressure with an aggressive mangonel as well, and it's always tricky to defend Knight Mangonel aggression, and his army count is just through the roof right now. Look at that, 24 military units for him. Mangonel shot, not doing any damage, so good micro by Green, pulling it back a little bit. So I'm still not too loud for you.
Time are you at?
At 24:35.
24:35. Yeah, I'm a little bit ahead. Don't worry, I'm going to slow down. But it should be fine, I think.
Oh,
in any case.
Ooh, the sneaky raid, striking again. Not finding a villager kill for himself though. And now it's all about the mangonel micro. Blue cannot afford to lose his mangonel there. Is he going to shoot again? Ooh, he lost his mangonel. This is so bad. Now he's forced away from his main wood line, and he does not have access to wood at the moment. This is a disaster for blue. The sneaky raid there, those sneaky 3 crossbows are taking care of anyone who is trying to take wood at the only wood line where he has a drop-off building at the moment. And look at that, one lumberjack, 63 wood in the bank for blue. He cannot produce plumed archers right now. He'd have to buy wood for that.
He managed to get a few plumed archers, but they are getting cleaned up now by the knight. He does not have the numbers to fight.
University coming down for green as well. So
yeah,
if blue won't land a massive mangonel shot, and those, ooh, look at that micro splitting the mangonel shot as well. Luckily for blue, he's repairing at the moment, and he's actually throwing the towel here.
Indeed, it's going to be the first game going in favor of Saladin, and we are going to have a 1-0 score when jumping into game number 2, which is going to be Gochamp's map.
We must have gotten intimidated by this by the score in particular. The blue player must, and that makes the entire Mayans pick quite questionable. Well, it's maybe not the Mayans pick, but more the strategy choice to have gone for a castle that early. This is just such a heavy investment, and also plumed archers now with their price of in Castle Age it's 45-45, isn't it?
Castle Age, sorry.
In Castle Age for plumed archers, isn't it 45-45? I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, it is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
So taking a look at the achievements, not too many kills happened, but well, it didn't need to. Saladin just pushed Kotian Khan from his key resources, and Kotian Khan just invested so heavily and ended up biting him in the butt by not having had the resources for a third town center. And his problem with those static defenses is his tower, it cannot just stand up and walk to a different position and engage, while those crossbows can stay annoying in front of his base, especially since he built his castle in the back of his base. It's definitely not what you want.
That's correct, indeed. Well, Greed is getting punished in game number 1.